can buy a small computer, one of those little ones, and attach to it back as a TV for way cheaper than that to do the same process.
We just stick a bunch of like iPhone screens together and get the Logan Tech people to put a new one up there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I don't know. The problem is without that, then the whole system is useless. Like,
Yeah.
because the TV doesn't really work, and then we'd have to have it hooked up to this and just use this computer
Right.
permanently.
I'll have to see what our options are if she can get it working again.
Mm.
She ran out of time. She was messing with it. But
And scrolling still works and everything.
yeah, you just gotta keep clicking off of this and hope you don't click on something to open it. But yeah.
Okay. It serves our purposes.
They haven't got the clock fixed.
Hmm?
They didn't fix the clock.
Yeah, no one hung it up though. It was
Oh,
sitting there when I walked in. I didn't know whether I would hung it up earlier.
Sit down, how those people can talk.
Okay.
Yeah, doesn't have to, but
Well, that's
yeah.
Well,
Why
yeah.
not? Crash the party.
Yeah, I'll give him. So, 350.
Got any jokes?
I came last week. At this time, thinking I'd either be 15
I
minutes
think
late
you
or
tell
15 minutes early.
That's,
Wasn't sure when it was starting.
Yeah.
that's what this meeting got scheduled before we moved it back up to 3 o'clock. So I'm wondering if there was miscommunication on timing on that one. All right, mayor's meeting went long, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So good afternoon, it's 3:15 PM, Wednesday, April 10th, 2024. Deputy Mayor Jacob Pomisel calling to order the regular session of the Logansport Board of Public Works and Safety. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Adrian Grant,
Here.
Chris Martin, Jacob Pomisel.
Here. All right, now on the approval of minutes, April 3rd, 2024 meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for April 3rd.
I will second. Is there any further discussion? Call for question.
Jacob Pomisel,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
All right. Now we're on the approval of claims, $294,054.42. This includes claims of $256,104.56 and payroll of $37,949.86. Make a motion to approve the claims as presented.
Second?
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Pomisel.
Yes. All right, now on the public comment. Is there anyone in the audience that'd like to come up and say anything? Please come to the mic, state your name and address. Hi. Yeah, please come up. Name and address for us. If you
So my name is Ricardo Rodriguez. Address is 221 Grove Street, and I have a question. See if my question would be in consideration of approval. In my humble opinion, would it be possible due to narrow road and previously someone has hit one of our vehicles before to add some decorative stones in this year to have not so much of a damaged trash? So here's this right here. So previously we got hit before, so I was forced to go in a little bit because our vehicle's a little bit too wide. So I was forced to go in here, and then so damage has been caused from the rain and everything. So wanted to add some gravel so that way it'll look nice, and also it's you know, it's been raining in the past few days, so that's why it's like that. I mean, yeah, that's why I'm asking for approval, if it's not possible. I mean,
Okay, yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know, Tony or Aaron deal with something like this?
Yeah, I spoke with him out there, I think, probably Aaron's.
Yeah, so it's in the right of way, so, he wanted to put gravel where the grass is, and I said, well, it's actually where it works right of way.
Yeah.
Determine if they want to do that, so if you want to take it under advisement and go look at it.
Yeah, that's fine. I just,
told him to come forward to talk to you guys to see if you want to.
yeah, I'm just wondering if we give approval, like what kind of standards need to be met? Is it just normal gravel? Is it, I mean, you know, you said decorative, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, I would.
Exactly what's
take it
appropriate.
under advisement right now, because we don't really have standards for that area, it's up to your discretion, so that way you can have some discussion on what you want to see there.
Okay, well, we'll go ahead and take it under advisement. We'll schedule a time to hear it again and make sure you know. Does somebody have your contact information here? If not, could you maybe get it to one of those two back there?
yeah, that's fine.
And then, yeah, we'll talk about it. Okay, yeah, appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right. Any other public comment? All right, seeing none, we're on to old business. First up, we have property cleanups. We'll start with 514 Henry Street. Is anyone here to represent 514 Henry Street? Seeing nobody, Randy, go ahead.
As of this time, that property is clean and taken care of. This was tabled from March 27th, so. He has just a little bit of siding left there that he's actually using on the property, but all the trash and everything is cleaned up and
That's a
done.
lot better.
Yeah.
Yep.
that's-
All right. So I'll go ahead and make a motion to vote on the property cleanup for 514 Henry Street.
Second?
Call for question.
Jacob Palmison,
No.
Adrian Grant,
No.
All right. Next up, we have 813 Sherman Street. Is anyone here to represent 813 Sherman Street? Seeing nobody, Randy, go ahead.
Again, at this time, that property is cleaned up. They were actually working on it on the 27th when we were here. That's why we tabled it. It's completely clean. And as you can see in the bottom picture, they got everything outside cleaned up.
It looks great.
Yep, they've even emptied the shed out there as well, too.
That's what we like to see.
Yep.
That's what we like to see. All right, I will make a motion to vote on the property cleanup for 813 Sherman Street.
Second?
Call for question.
Jacob Palmison,
No.
Adrian Grant.
No.
Okay, and then last on old business, we have an appeal for 112 and 114 11th Street. Is anyone here to represent 112, 114 11th Street? Please come forward and state your name and address.
This is Natalie Guam. I'm translating for her. I'm her daughter, Haley Reeser. So, yep.
Thank you. Randy, go ahead.
This one was clear back from January, and this was a trash and debris on the property. This is multiple violation. It had a fine placed on it. We had sent the letters out. At the time, the property was in Tommy and Natalie's name both, and we were getting all the mail back for everything. Well, once the appeal date was passed, we sent out a letter for the billing. That's when they got in contact with us that it had changed names.
Okay.
So we had sent out the billing for it on 2/24, and the property changed hands on 3/5. It changed completely into her name from their divorce. So
Okay.
she's here now as she's taken ownership of these properties. A lot of the properties we're having issues with. And that's what she just wanted to have a chance to appeal it. Since it kind of was in that crossover
Yeah.
phase. Her name is on it, but it was on it, but it's not on it by, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't by itself, so it is now
Well-
all hers.
I would like to explain that her and Tommy, my her ex-husband, went through a divorce for like 2 to 3 years. So during this time, like she didn't have any, like those properties, like she didn't know anything about. It was always him. So now that she had a chance to take it over completely and the deed had now like transferred over to her, she's now getting these notices before she didn't know anything about them.
Okay. And we feel comfortable with communication now?
I feel absolutely comfortable with them.
Well, with me.
She's contacted me, and
Yeah.
she's been in contact with us. I have her email, have her phone number. I know that Natalie now has several of the properties here in town, correct?
Yeah.
I would definitely check with Christian, the rental inspector, to make sure that that's been changed, so that this stuff isn't going to Tommy anymore, so.
Yeah,
But I have no issues at this time if
yeah, okay. Well,
it stayed relatively.
so on that one, Christian's in the back of the room. If you guys haven't talked to him yet, that would be great. And then as far as just understanding, you know, how to not have him bother you anymore with the properties would be great. And, you know, love to have you own it, keep it up, and keep it looking nice. And, you know, hopefully, as nice as I think you are, hopefully never have to see you in here again.
I hope not either. I'm not really used to this.
So that's fine. We can vote on the appeal for 112, 114, 11th Street, and I'm fine not even doing a
I'm
probationary
fine with
period
not
on
even
this
doing
one.
a probation or anything on it, because I feel like we have better contact.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
have a fresh start, and however, you know, our staff can be helpful to you guys as you go through this transition, please let us know. But I will go ahead and make a motion to vote on the appeal for 112, 114, 11th Street. And so yes would be accepting the appeal, no will be denying the appeal.
Yeah, I second.
Okay, call for question.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Thomasville.
Yes. Thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you.
All right. So that is the end of old business, unless I'm missing, yep, end of old business. So we're now on to new business. Randy, you're still up. We have the code enforcement weekly report.
All right, we sent out 32 new letters last week for trash. I have 16 that were cleared. I got 63 properties that are pending. Sent out 2 notices or citations last week, 12 trash container warnings, just the 2 notice to appear. Tagged 4 cars last week. I have 5 that were cleared. We've had no mowings yet. Emphasizing that word. Yet.
And it's getting there. It's getting there. All right. Well, I will make a motion to approve code enforcement's weekly report.
Second?
Call for question.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Thomasville.
Yes. All right, next up, we have request for proper cleanup or multiple violation properties, emergency cleanup request for 1014, 1016 Daisy Street. Is anyone here to represent 1014, 1016 Daisy Street? Seeing none, Randy, go ahead.
This one we got the call on, the 4th of this month, and looks like the tenants were either evicted or just up and left. Everything is out on the street and that. At this time, some of it's been cleaned up by the neighbor in the duplex. They're trying to help out, but I've got the phone numbers and everything for these property owner's brother, property manager, even the old tenants, and I've gotten 0 response. The actual property manager said he wanted nothing to do with it. We just did a cleanup on this property in February. And we've already had multiple issues with it. This will be if we did this cleanup, this will be the 3rd time the city's had to perform a cleanup in 2 years.
So where would this fall on the multiple
This would
violations?
be like in our tier 3.
Okay.
At this point, if you want to max a fine on these guys, I would have no problem with it because they're not taking care of the property.
What's the top of the tier 3? I don't have the list.
Top of the tier 3 is 2,500.
2,500? Okay.
This would go to the owner, Hector.
And this would go on to the owner, Hector. There's other issues that have been on there. I mean, building department's been in there actually fixing stuff to get the tenants okay.
Yep.
Had water issues with the water being shut off on them. You know,
Yep. Okay.
something's got to give.
Well, we'll start off voting on the property cleanup, so I'll go ahead and make a motion to vote on the property cleanup for 1014, 1016 Daisy Street.
Second?
All right, any further discussion? Call for question.
Jacob Thomasville.
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
All right. Next, I will make a motion to place a $2,500 fine on the property of 1014, 1016 Daisy Street for multiple violations.
Second?
Is there any further discussion? Call for question.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Thomasville.
Yes. Thanks, Randy.
Thanks, Randy.
All right, next up, we have contracts and agreements. Aaron, you have 2 change orders for Shepler.
One's kind of a small one, just LOET flooring in the mechanical room. And then the other one was with some of our funding, because the bid came a little bit lower than what we expected. We have some funding to do a few things, and so we're adding a drinking fountain in that area. So that's the other change order.
Awesome.
Awesome, yeah.
All right, well, we'll just go ahead and do both of them together. So I will go ahead and make a motion to approve change orders number 5 and change order number 6 for Scheffler Construction for the Urban Park project.
Second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Jacob Lamisel,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks.
All right, next up, we have rental property inspector, monthly report for March.
I don't know.
What park is this? It's on the shuffle.
The project, it's the Urban Park, they're doing the depot stuff.
Hey there, members.
Christian, what do you got?
Well, for the month of March, I'm looking at 34 parcels. Out of those 34 parcels, there were 120 units. I had 28 new inspections, 92 re-inspections. I was able to hand out 9 certificates. No reschedule, so that's good, you know. 3 new registrations, none removed from the registration. I was able to register 7 vacant properties, and I sent out 146 letters. So that was it for the month of March.
Awesome. All right, I will make a motion to approve the rental property inspector's monthly report.
Second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Jacob Lamisel,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
All right, next up, we have street department, monthly report. Tony?
Almost didn't recognize me, did you?
Oh, yeah.
Without the fluorescent orange. Okay, for March, we picked up 160 loads of brush, 60 loads of compost bags. We took 43 loads. Loads of street sweepings to landfill to bring, that's up to 362 ton for the year. Spent 72 hours filling potholes, 143 hours working on alleys, 150 hours work cleaning catch basins, 214 hours doing cutbacks, and we spent 75 hours working at the compost site, and 34 hours of overtime on one call-out.
All right. I will make a motion to approve the monthly report for the street department.
Second.
All right. Any further discussion? Call for question.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
Jacob Lamisel,
Yes. All right, next up, we have application for curb street cut. Only a couple? They forget to submit them this week?
Yeah, this 827 Van Buren, they had sewage problem backing into their basement. But I think the work's already completed now. I gave them the go-ahead.
All right, well, I will go ahead and make a motion to accept the curb street cut request for 827 Van Buren Street.
Second.
Call for question.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
Jacob Lamisel,
Yes. All right, next up, 723 Sunset.
Right, this one hasn't, well, no, I'm sorry, it did start the other day. It's also sewage problems.
Let's get it done.
Yep.
All right, make a motion to accept the curb street cut request for 723 Sunset Drive.
Second.
Call for question.
Jacob Lamisel,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
All right, last up, we have NIPSCO for 1840 Woodlawn Avenue.
Right, this will involve an alley cut, and it's repairing a minor gas leak.
Make a motion to accept the curb street cut request for 1840 Woodlawn Avenue.
Second.
Call for question.
Jacob Lamisel,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
Thanks, Tony. All right, next up, we have Fire Department, monthly report. Afternoon, Chief.
So for the month of March, we had a total of 138 alarms, or I'm sorry, 136 alarms. We had 2 structure fires, 9 false alarms, a vehicle fire, 4 trash fires, 93 first responder calls, 2 hazmat calls, 12 service calls, power line incident, 3 smoke odor calls, and then 7 vehicle accidents. We had no medical transports for the month, and our fire inspector performed 2 new inspections, 31 re-inspections, and 26 annual inspections. The first fire was on March 17th at 1240 hours. We were dispatched to 827 High Street for an electrical fire. Upon arrival, they found a 2-story dwelling that It'd been split into an upper and lower apartment. The occupants said they began smelling smoke from the basement. Bruce began searching, and they found that some water pipes had been leaking into a junction box, causing some arcing. There was also several unsafe wiring practices that were found in the structure. They turned off all the power, contacted utilities and a building commissioner. They came in and pulled the meter and got all that addressed. And then on the March 23rd at 0:30 hours, we were dispatched to 1112 Michigan Avenue for a structure fire. When they arrived on scene, they had smoke coming from the back door. Began the investigation, and they had a fire between the deck and the house. They removed some of the decking, extinguished the fire, checked for extension, and very minimal damage there. Cause was undetermined. And then I've also attached our mileage report for the month of March. Back.
All right. I will make a motion to accept the fire department's monthly report.
Second.
Call for question.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Palmso,
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Last up, we have the police department for their monthly report. Afternoon, Chief.
Good afternoon. Okay, for the month of March, our patrol division traveled 32,173 miles, took 906 calls for service, made 69 arrests, issued 69 citations, issued 319 warnings, and conducted 287 traffic stops. The criminal investigation division had 14 cases. 7 of those are still active, and they closed out 7. Evidence items purged, 27. Cass County Drug Task Force had 8 new cases. Suspects arrested, 1. Methamphetamine investigations, 5. Marijuana synthetic related, 1. And other criminal activity, 2. The traffic division conducted 5 vehicle VIN checks, did 9 escorts, issued 37 parking tickets and 77 warnings. Vehicles tagged with the green tag, 39, 2 towed, 34 moved, and 3 are pending. Conducted 3 traffic stops and 1 accident investigation and recovered 1 stolen vehicle. And the Animal Control Division had 24 calls within the city limits. 2 calls were unfounded. 4 animals taken to the shelter, 2 dogs, 2 cats, 2 bite cases. City ordinance violations issued, 1, state statutes 0. Total consultations 11 and 0 written warnings.
All right, thanks, Chief. Make a motion to accept the police department's monthly report.
Second.
Call for question.
Jacob Palmso,
Yes.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Thanks,
Thank
Chief.
you.
Thanks, Chief.
All right, board member comments. Adrian, you have anything?
I don't have anything today. No.
Nothing from me either, so we can move on to miscellaneous business and any matters not already considered, including ADA Section 504 compliance or concerns.
Maybe
Seeing,
we should wait for the mayor to get here.
yeah. And seeing none, I will make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Call for question.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Palmso.
Yes, we're adjourned 3:36 PM. Thanks, everybody.